Fucking say something, Violet! Silence.
Hello, delightful humans. Thank you for joining me. I'm Keilani, and we are back with another Delightfully Dysfunctional Therapist Reacts. Today, I'm going to put two videos in one. We're going to do Screech's tale and Violet's tale. I heard some of your feedback, and I decided to compromise so that you still have Jenny's tale that I have recorded, and now you get to have the reaction to the two-in-one here. And if you are wanting any more information about our other Ren videos, we have a whole lot of them to check out, as well as some other amazing artists, but we really love Ren. He always has so much to offer and so many different parts that are expressed through his music. So it's a tasty treat when we get a Ren video to react to. If you want some more information on how to interact with me and to work with me, I do have some really cool freebies on my website, coachkeilani.com. So I have some journal prompts to help you deepen your healing and your awareness of yourself. I have a free guided meditation, and I have a free webinar coming up September 26th that you can register for. Check out the link in the description or in the description of our YouTube channel. And it's going to be very exciting as we talk about psychedelics and how they can be used for healing and growth and really the evolution from a controversial substance to something that's really being used to help create more care for people and more healing. So be sure to register for that webinar. And without further ado, I'm going to start with Screech's tale.
Our story, it starts right at the end of the life of poor Jenny, clocked out like Big Ben. Dear Screech, dear boy, where did he go? He melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his
He's saying we're started at the end, not just the end of the song, but the end of all ends that will face death. We are starting at the end of someone's life with the beginning of this song and this tale. And, you know, I've been reflecting even since having reacted to Jenny's tale and thinking about some of the lyrics around, like, something about evil, like, gripping his soul at 14, and now it's talking about, like, just melting into the darkness, and there's this seems like it's being described as an intrinsic darkness to Screech, but it has me wondering a lot about his story further and like his background. Where did he come from? Because I know about adverse childhood experiences and the more hardship that we go through as a child without having a loving, caring adult there, it makes it more likely for us to have mental health issues, physical health issues, addiction, and be more violent or more likely to find ourselves in violent and unsafe situations. So much of what we've seen so far is this huge defensiveness, like a volatile defensiveness that comes up when any sign of like vulnerability is exposed. And that reaction only gets strengthened when someone's gone through some really hard stuff and hasn't unpacked, hasn't been able to make the unconscious more conscious. So we end up being operated kind of like a puppet with these unconscious pains. And I want to extend, honestly, compassion to all characters, and that sometimes rubs people the wrong way. But I just wanted to share that that's been something that has been marinating on my mind, and maybe a benefit to having a little bit of a break between the two videos. But he obviously, that never, ever means that it's okay for someone to hurt someone or take someone's life. So let me fully make that clear. And here, I think he's really going to have to rectify with what just happened. So this is someone who knows how to disappear into the night. And also it feels like the darkness of the action they just took. I wonder if that's part of the lyric too, just being swallowed by the darkness, like snow melting. Yeah. The lyrics really, and several points, are conveying multiple things.
Go, he melted into the black night just like snow. Patrick, man, let me in, please open the door. I think I fucked up, Patrick, really fucked up, man, I'm not sure. I got crazy, left this lady lying still on the floor. I think I killed her, Patrick, come on, man, I can't knock no more. But Screech kept on knocking till his knuckles became sore. But there's no sign of Patrick down at number 54. No refuge for our villain, for the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away.
It's so interesting, like he has such acting skills and performing skills, because there's like that narrator, and then we have Screech in that version that comes out, and always so full of emotion. Always there's like this impulsive, restless energy with Screech. And then in Jenny's tale, you could hear this instant like softness. And I think that's another huge allure to Ren's work, is just like his way to like morph into each character, each voice, each persona he's really trying to exude and let you feel. And with Screech, I feel on edge. I don't know about you. I feel on edge because he's unpredictable. So this one, even though it's like this beautiful like guitar music and it's just Ren, it's not like there's a ton of like theatrics around him. Screech himself, he's enough for me. So I gotta keep watching. I'm scared, you guys. I'm a little scared.
For the bitter hands of fate, with something far more sinister in mind that does away. Hey babe, are you in? No, nothing really, I'm just a bit tired. Listen, can I swing around yours for a few moments? I just really miss you, babe. What the fuck do you mean you're busy? You fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee.
Like, did you see how quickly he could flip? Like Screech? I mean, they're going to show how reactive he is. And here's the thing, is like, if you don't have the skills to regulate your emotion and understand where that volatility is coming from, it will just, like, that's a huge blind spot, and it will just keep coming up and up and up. And that is not a trait that is going to win you friends or close relationships or create any kind of sense of safety. So again, like in this, there's part of me that I also empathize with Screech, because what an existence that you just create so much pain around you and volatility, and you don't feel safe within yourself at any time. I mean, this is not a well individual, clearly. And I have like buckets of empathy for Jenny. This isn't a comparison at all. Like, that is so tragic. And I have more to unpack around her. But like, Screech, oof, get some help, man. Get some help. Oof.
fucking bitch! For fuck's sakes! Siren sounds approaching like a banshee in the night. The shrill cry of justice cutting like the sharpest knife. But Screech was never one to run, not one to miss a fight. One hand upon his blade, he turned to face the blue lights. Come on then, you fucking cunts, let's fucking have you then. I am Screech, I'm the boss, I'm the ender of men. You think that uniform you're wearing means that you own these streets? These are my fucking streets, and they call me fucking Screech. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3", working London on the night shift. What he didn't think he'd see was a boy running at him like an animal possessed. With no time to hesitate, he fired 4 bullets at Screech's chest.
Whoa, okay. Again, for like such a simple music video, they did some cool, like really cool things, really creative. Excuse me. Still clearing up that asthma. It's getting better. Yeah, the cameraman just falling over, and Ren like embodying the police officer and defending himself. I don't even know what I was going to say. I was just like, there's been a lot that had just happened right there. And in each of these times, it is that fear of vulnerability and lack of safety, really, that then triggers Screech to have this very volatile reaction, whether it's to Jenny, whether it's to this girlfriend or whoever. It seemed like a girlfriend. He was calling her babe. Or if it was towards the police officer right here.
Our story, it ends right at the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying one street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
It is such a shame. Like, such a shame. It's such a shame to me when they're like, I've seen the power of what healing through your trauma can do, not just personally, but obviously this is my profession as a mental health therapist. And so it feels like such a shame when people who are so afraid of really processing that in a healthy way, or don't even have an example maybe of what that looks like, just are like devoured by their trauma and their pain, and they perpetuate it. It's like every relationship he touched felt that volatility that he couldn't help contain. It was just pouring out. Like, now even reflecting on Patrick not opening the door, to me, that is it, like, was Patrick not home, or was Patrick like, nah, Screech, I've been burnt too many times, like, you're not a safe person for my life, and he was creating a boundary. That almost makes more sense when I think about these other pieces of information that we know about him. Like, he's just burning bridges. That's all he knows how to do. And what's sad is that a lot of those people, they are in a painful place themselves of not even knowing how to accept healthy love and not knowing how to have healthy boundaries. They only know how to do it through defensiveness and through attack and through, manipulation. So they're not a safe person, but boy, it's a different kind of hell that they're living in their mind too. And yeah, once again, like this tale what was the parting line? Is like this tale ends. Let me hear it one more time.
Our story, it ends right to the start. Young Screech and poor Jenny lying 1 street apart. An officer shaken by the boy that he claimed. 2 bodies lay lifeless, and it's such a shame. It's such a shame.
Yeah. It is such a shame. I know I already said that, but yeah, this could have been stopped. This was thoughtless. And, you know, him even voicing like the police officer shaken. He didn't want to take Screech's life. He was being threatened, and he didn't want to proceed that way, and to have to process that like you took a young life. That's a heavy weight, especially in this circumstance where he was feeling threatened, and I believe that Screech would have gone to the extent of hurting him. You know, if he would have tried to de-escalate, he would have been hurt. That's already what we continued to see from his behavior. And I think this carries a lot of themes around, I'll replace the word evil maybe with darkness. And, anywhere that we cannot illuminate and talk about and bring light to the table, darkness will fester. Whether that is through, negative thoughts that we just have internally, or irritability and anger for those around us, defensiveness, to the more extreme extent of this story. Darkness will fester if we cannot talk about the things that are really going on. And this is why finding a really trusted therapist is one tool in the toolbox that I've seen work wonders to help people unpack their trauma. And there's other tools in the toolbox too that I still really like talking about and learning about. So for me, at the end of Screech's tale, there's a lot of how many checkpoints, could this person have been helped? I think about baby Screech. Baby Screech wasn't born into this world craving violence. Things happen. Things happen to us. And the way that we proceed and the people and supports that we have around in our life determine a lot of our ability to have resilience. And part of resilience is being a member of society that can be collaborative. We are actually communal creatures, and we crave community. Screech has turned into someone who's now no longer safe for the community. And that police officer had to make that call in an instant. That is a very sad tale. I'm going to take a quick break and start with Violet. Hospital setting. So far the setting has where the video starts is where he's wanting you to envision the tale at. So if we're in a hospital, does that mean someone survived? very haunting. It's a very, I mean, I suppose that's what a ghost says. Ooh. But, like, the tone, the quality of, like, what he's playing, it's very haunting is all I have to say. And I don't even know. I don't even know what to say about his guitar skills. Like, I'm just in awe. I've lost words. I have no more words for it. So I'll just be like this. And that's where my mind's at right now.
London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. Rhythmic beeps and bloodstains, she saw a lady weep, she's tired and frail. To set the scene, we must rewind the hands of time for Violet's tale.
Guys, even though it's called Violet's Tale, I was still just hoping we were picking up that Jenny was okay. Where's Jenny? It's probably a safe bet that Screech is gone. 4 shots to the chest, but okay, we're learning about Violet, switching gears, that's all. Just give me a moment, I'm back.
Hands of time for Violet's tale. Violet was a silent girl, grew up with violent starts. Her mother was a drinker and her father was a bastard. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet
Was a silent girl who came from violent starts. Oh, my heart just aches for all the children, all the people that are born into a family that isn't safe. And what he's implying here is that there is sexual abuse going on and incestuous behavior and child molestation, and that the mom knew, and just all of it is just breaking my heart, and especially as a mother to kiddos that I just adore and want to keep safe with every fiber of my being. And even when I used to be an elementary school counselor, these things would just rip at your heart.
Took a tie but never left the room. I'll spare you with the things he did, I'm sure her mother knew. Violet was a silent girl, she moved out at 16. A semi-detached council flat, paid for by a welfare scheme. Packing shelves at Tesco, stacking jars like pickled bricks. She met a boy named Stevie and he was a little prick. Violet was a silent girl and Violet she fell fast. See, Stevie was a wrong un, but he sure knew how to charm her. Every night he took her tie but never left the room. History repeats itself, he'd paint her black and blue.
Oh. If you're moving out at 16, you're probably trying to escape a home life that isn't ideal. And that's putting it very lightly, that isn't safe at all. And typically that type of person, because love and attachment and attention are needs, human needs we have, they're probably going to fall for someone that gives them any semblance of that, even if it's not healthy. And this still probably felt healthier and safer than what she came from. If mom was always drunk, she wasn't probably affectionate or caring for her. She knew that this abuse was going on and she wasn't doing anything. So this is a sad but very common trajectory of someone who is raised in a home environment where they're not kept safe and they don't feel loved. Because if you can't recognize healthy love and you only know unhealthy love, it's hard to know what you're aiming for. So this part of the story is, again, very sad.
She never stood a chance. The devil comes to dance.
Violet, why are you always so quiet? On her bedroom door and he's irate. He's been drinking and smoking, he's up late. And he stands by her bedside, she shakes, but her eyes stay shut. You fucking slut, I know you're up. And he pinches her eyelids and folds them up. Violet, why are you lying to me, Violet? She stays silent, things turn violent. That's the sound of his fists when they fall like a crashing pilot. Hit like hailstones, one to the collarbone, full force, full blown, blood's black bone, crack, knick, knack, paddywhack, one to the jaw and the tooth spat, detached, fist connects and disconnects a bone. A quick deflect to misdirect the blow, but nonetheless his punches met her throat. Such a mess he's left her bruised and broke. Violet, why you always so silent, Violet? Why you such a little liar, Violet? Do you think I want to do this, Violet? In character, she stays silent. Well, say something, Violet. Silence. Fucking say something, Violet. Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet.
It's hard for me to watch. It's hard for me to watch Violet Wren, even though I know that it's a part he's just expressing through his music. When we think about our automatic responses and our nervous system, what happens is we fall into fight, flight, freeze, or fawn responses. Just recently we did a podcast video about that, so be sure to check that out. But it's clear that Violet falls into a freeze response, and all this commentary on her being so quiet, if she, was trained, I hate to say it that way, raised, really trained to believe that voicing anything was going to result in being hurt, then a survival response is going to be to freeze and to not say anything. And this continues showing up here, but there was a lot, she just took a lot of hits. And now she's not moving. We don't know what's going on with Violet. Let's see.
Fucking say something, Violet! Silence. Wait. Say something, Violet. Not one word. She stays quiet. London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington is fighting just to stay alive. The doctor, in a state of shock, saw something here so very wrong. See, Violet, she was pregnant. Poor Violet, she was 9 months gone. Turning to the doctor, Violet broke her silence and she cried, if I'm to die right here tonight, please let my baby stay alive. The doctor soon regained composure, called the surgeon to come in. As Violet's world turned to black, the curtains closed, the lights went dim. In London City, far from pretty, 2005. A lady down in Paddington just lost the fight to stay alive. A tragedy or a miracle, it happened on these very streets. Two twins aligned side by side. A girl named Jenny and a boy named Screech.
Now I need to watch them all over again, you guys. girl named Jenny and a boy. Wow. So that was their beginning. They were born from such violence. Oh. And what happened in between then? And who raised them? Did they have to be raised by the Jenny's boyfriend, who I'm sure was Screech's or Violet's boyfriend, who I'm sure was Jenny and Screech's dad? And the love of a mother, let my babies live, let them live. And her desire to protect them. Man, this is a series of songs with so much pain. And it comes full circle. Them as twins, that they began their life and ended their life at the same time. And this is the cycle of trauma that you can hear even as they tell Violet's beginning in the course of her short life. And then that healing had not happened, and especially for Screech. And this is perpetuating generational trauma of volatility and not living within your values, and emotional reactivity and impulsive behaviors. And all of that is born from very unsafe, unhealthy home environments. So I'm I'm taking this wide view and thinking about everyone, if we could peel back the layers and understand where they come from. Where did this come from? How did I learn this coping skill? Or why do I do this thing the way I do? We have to have a pause to try to make those unconscious forces more conscious. Be more aware of them so we don't continue to create damage, not just for others, but also for ourselves. Thank you for requesting and encouraging us to do this series from Ren. Of course, it does not disappoint. It's weighing a little heavy on my heart, and I think it's gonna take me a little bit of time to process further. So, I hope you enjoy this reaction. Boy, it's a somber one. So be sure to check out maybe some of Ren's puppier stuff after this. But I so appreciate any opportunity to feel this music along with you. And I just want to give you another reminder that it would really help us and support our channel if you followed, subscribed, shared with a friend. And you can go ahead and check out some of the freebies that I have on my website right now, CoachKeilani.com. I have a free journal prompt, I have free guided meditation, and I have a free webinar that you can register for on September 26th. Please check it out, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.